Hi, I'm Real Secondary School Science Teacher, and I'm here to answer your questions. Kaylee Richardson wants to know about astrology, and while this isn't something I personally believe in, I do know somebody who does, and they're much more knowledgeable on the subject than I am. So, let's hear what they have to say.
Hello, my name is Luna, and I'm going to be speaking to you about the basics of astrology. Astrology is the investigation into how the positions and movements of the set stars, the sun, the moon and the planets affect us here on Earth. No one really understands how astrology works. Many people believe that it is because everything is connected, so everything affects everything. But essentially, astrology is a mystery. There are two main types of astrology. The first is your natal chart. So this is the study of the positions of the sun, moon, planets at your time of birth. This really helps us to understand ourselves a little bit better. You can find your natal chart online. All you need is your place of birth, the time of birth as well. Your time of birth is very important. Even the slightest minute's difference can really change where the planets actually were. The second main type of astrology is predictive. The moon, sun and planets are constantly changing what zodiac sign they're sitting in. And what an astrologer will do is look at where the planets are sitting at that time or in the future, and they will make predictions onto how that may affect you. So the planets are working their way around the sun, and as they do that, they are moving from zodiac sign to zodiac sign in the order from Aries all the way around to Pisces. So the further away the planet is from the sun, the longer it will be in a sign for. And then you can even look at how the planets go into retrograde and how then the planets will actually go back into the sign that they've just been in. But that is a little bit more complex. If you are interested, there's a lot of information about this online. There are no bad signs and no bad natal charts. Another part of your natal chart is your rising sign. So this is the ascendant line. The main three things that people look at on your natal chart is your sun, your moon and your rising. And your rising is essentially how you come across to others, so their initial thoughts about you. Opposite to your ascendant line, your rising sign, is the descendant line. This is your love line. This helps us understand how that person is in a relationship. Then you have your medium coeli. This is the career line, also known as the MC. This tells you more about the person's career. And then opposite to this is the imum coeli, the home line, also known as the IC. And this represents home. It's quite a private part of your natal chart. Then you also have your north and south node, and this gives a really good bit of advice just for you as a person. There are 12 signs of the zodiac. They come in a traditional order. So at number 1 we have Aries, 2 is Taurus, 3 is Gemini, 4 is Cancer, 5 is Leo, 6 is Virgo, 7 Libra, 8 is Scorpio, 9 Sagittarius, 10 Capricorn, 11 Aquarius, 12 is Pisces. Most people are aware of their personal zodiac sign. This is dictated by what sign the sun was in at your time of birth. Each zodiac sign has a glyph and a symbol. So some of these you may recognize your own one too. So Aries, you have the ram, Taurus, you have the bull, Gemini with the twins, Cancer, the crab, Leo, the lion, Virgo, the virgin, Libra, the scales, Scorpio, the scorpion, Sagittarius, the centaur, Capricorn, the sea goat, Aquarius, the water bearer, Pisces, the two fish. The sun, moon and the planets also have their own symbols too. This is to help astrologers really understand natal charts and make it a little bit easier to know what planets are where. The 12 zodiac signs also come into 4 elements. Those are fire, earth, air and water. Each of these different elements tend to hold some characteristics that are very different from each other. And when signs fall into a certain element, you can really see some similar characteristics between the signs, some shared energy. So some fire signs, we have Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Fire signs really light up the party and social situations. They tend to turn heads. Fire signs are highly creative people. You really feel that fire energy really burning brightly. Then we have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. So when we think of earth signs, we think really down to earth and solid like the ground. Very strong people, really reliable and supportive. Next we have air signs, Gemini, Aquarius and Libra. So air signs tend to be a little bit mysterious, like the wind. They have lighter energy and air signs really love to talk. They're known for entertaining people and love to exchange ideas. Then lastly we have water signs. This is Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. When we think of water signs, we think emotional and dreamy. Water signs really feel their feelings. They're more sentimental, a little bit softer, but this doesn't mean that they're not strong because they are. Each sign is also ruled either by the sun, the moon, or a planet. They also have a quality to them. So they can either be cardinal. Cardinal signs tend to be leaders of the pack. They're really great at starting things. Then you have fixed quality. These signs tend to be very patient, enduring. They are fixed. Lastly, mutable. So mutable signs tend to go with the flow. They're really adaptable. And then also you have yin and yang. So each sign is either going to be yin or yang. Yin is inward looking, really introspective, and yang is outgoing, extroverted, really seeking energies. So I'll tell you a little bit about each sign. So Aries is a fire sign with a cardinal quality. It is ruled by the planet Mars and has yang energy. Each sign also has an opposite. So the opposite of Aries is Libra. So Aries tend to be really fast moving, forward moving, very fast. We think of firepower, really burning brightly. They're very determined and driven. They like to get things done, very high consumer of energy. Next we have Taurus. Taurians are an earth sign with a fixed quality. They are ruled by the planet Venus, yin energy, and the opposite is Scorpio. Taurians tend to be more slow and contented. They have an indulgent side. They want to feel comfortable and are very practical people as well. Next we have Gemini. Geminis are an air sign. They have a mutable quality. They are ruled by the planet Mercury with yang energy, and the opposite sign is Sagittarius. Geminis are thinkers, they're talkers. They're known to be very intellectual. They're very playful, really willing to learn. They really enjoy to connect mentally. Geminis are very open to communication. Then we have Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, a cardinal quality. Cancer is ruled by the moon, has yin energy, and the opposite sign is Capricorn. With Cancer, we like to think of the symbol, so the crab, with a hard shell but a soft underbelly. Cancer is where you learn to be more sensitive without being oversensitive. Emotional, yet very strong. Cancer also rules memory and history. Next we have Leo. Leo is a fire sign, a fixed quality, ruled by the sun, yang energy, and the opposite sign is Aquarius. Leos really shine bright. They stand out. They tend to be very generous and very ambitious. Very creative people. They really burn hot and bright from the sun. Leos turn heads. Next we have Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Mutable quality, ruled by Mercury. Yin energy, and the opposite sign is Pisces. Virgos tend to be really down to earth. They're practical, helpful, and resourceful. They're really good at analysing and sorting things out. Sensible, but also very creative. Then we have Libra. Libra is an air sign, cardinal quality, ruled by the planet Venus, yang energy, and the opposite sign is Aries. So Libras are ruled by Venus, and this is the planet of love and abundance. So with Libras, we have lots of love and lots of feelings. They just love love. They crave beauty and harmony. And the symbol for Libra, as I was saying earlier, is the scale, so really representing balance. They like to make things as smooth as possible. Then we have Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign, fixed quality. Traditionally, Scorpios were ruled by Mars. However, and then in modern astrology, it is ruled by Pluto. So Pluto wasn't discovered until later on, so that's why some planets used to be ruled by a different planet, and now they're ruled by the planets that were later discovered. Yin energy, and the opposite sign to Scorpio is Taurus. So Scorpio energy really helps us to understand life's mysteries. It represents our shadow side. They tend to face things that others may shy away from, and they really do know things. We have a lot to learn from Scorpios. Then we have Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Mutable quality, ruled by the planet Jupiter, with Yang energy, and the opposite sign is Gemini. So Sagittarians are, big thoughts. They love to see the big picture. They really want to explore and broaden life's perspectives. Studying and teaching comes up a lot with Sagittarians. Then we have Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign. Cardinal quality, ruled by the planet Saturn. Yin energy, and the opposite sign is Cancer. Capricorns are often successful. They understand that quality sometimes takes time. They have disciplined energy, like order, clear and precise. Then we have Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, though many people think it's water. It's not. It's a fixed quality. In traditional astrology, ruled by Saturn. In modern astrology, ruled by Uranus. Yang energy, and the opposite sign is Leo. So with Aquarius, we think unusual thinkers, really forward thinking. They tend to be very unique and charmingly unusual. They don't tend to care what others think of them. Aquarians need to embrace their uniqueness. Then lastly, Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, mutable quality, traditionally ruled by Jupiter, and in modern astrology ruled by Neptune, with yin energy, and the opposite sign is Virgo. When we think of Pisces, we think escaping, dreams, wonderfully mystical, with a deep imagination. Very soulful. Pisces love art, literature, and film. So I'll explain a little bit about the layout of your natal chart. So your chart is made up of several wheels within wheels. The central wheel contains lines and symbols, connections. These are the connections between certain planets and other astrological points within your chart. A little bit more complicated, but the rest of the chart helps to explain this. And an astrologer can explain a little bit more about what these mean. The next wheel is split up into 12 sections, so 1 through to 12. These represent the different houses, which I'll explain a little bit more in a little bit. This runs anti-clockwise, and then the next wheel is the houses, so 1 through to 12, and each house represents a different area of your life. Then the outer wheel is the 12 zodiac signs, so Aries all the way through to Pisces, in the traditional order. So I'll explain what each house represents. The first house is appearance, it's self-image and how you come across to others, your self-identity. The second house is your values, how you value yourself, and also represents property and possessions. Some of the houses really do represent a wide area of things, some are just a few. The third house represents communication, siblings, early life, and also education. The fourth is home and family, the past, and where you belong. The fifth is romance and creativity. The sixth house is daily routines. The seventh is any type of partner, so this can vary from a spouse to a business partner. The eighth is finances, anything that you find taboo, and transformation. The ninth is study, travel, religion, spirituality, and dreams. The 10th house is how you make your mark on the world, your reputation, and also ambitions. The 11th house is friends, hopes, and wishes. 12th house is the deepest, most sensitive part of your natal chart. This represents fears. So the sun, moon, and each planet also represents a certain area. So the sun is all about self-image, willpower, and the self. The moon is all about feelings, your intuition and nurturing. Mercury is all about communication, intelligence, and exchange of ideas. Venus is all about love, loving gently, and caring. Mars is all about determination, courage, and action. Jupiter is all about joy, excitement, faith, and adventure. Saturn is about commitment, discipline, integrity, and longevity. Uranus is all about progress, change, and unexpected surprises. Neptune is about enlightenment, inspiration, dreams, connection, very mystical, all about sacrifice. Pluto is about transformation, healing crisis, passion, and power. So in your natal chart, you have all of the different planets, and they will be in a certain house depending on what time you were born and where. So that means that we're not just only made up of our sun sign, our sign that is our personal sign. So if you were born in mid-June, a Gemini, you also have your moon placement, your Mercury, your Mars, your Venus. All of the planets are set in a certain sign, and this is what all of these planets are set in a certain house, and this is what makes us unique. The further into astrology you look, you can see how the planets are relating to each other as well. So for example, if your moon was in the sign of Aries, so we know that the moon is all about our emotions, and Aries is all about moving fast. So we can know that emotionally somebody with a moon in Aries is more likely to rush ahead and move forwards with their emotions. Then if we look at the moon being in the 6th house, we know that the 6th house represents your daily routines. So people with their moon in the 6th house are going to be people that need routine, and they're going to be level-headed and someone you can rely on. Another example, if we have Mercury in the sign of Leo at your time of birth. So we know that Mercury is the planet of communications, and Leo really likes to dazzle brightly and really catch our attention. So if somebody has Mercury in Leo, this is someone who's going to really catch people's attention and really hold that when they're speaking and communicating with others. And then if you have Mercury in the 1st house, again, Mercury is about communications, and the 1st house is about your self-image. So this person is going to be seen as someone who talks a lot, someone who's really good at communicating. So everyone's natal chart is going to be so different, as the planets are going to keep moving in and out of the different signs, and then they're going to be placed into the different houses. And if you look further into the more complicated side of astrology, you get even more personalized. There's so much more that comes into astrology. This is just the basics, but still covers a lot. There are many incredible books out there. My favourite is called Astrology, A Guide to Understanding Your Birth Chart. This was created by Yasmin Boland with the Hay House Basics collection. And overall, astrology is something to really have fun with. Don't worry about associating too much. Some parts of your chart will completely outweigh others. So if you don't feel like you resonate with your sun, that's normal. Some people do have that, and something else in your chart will be a little bit stronger. And obviously life experiences make a big impact on us as well. But just to really enjoy and have fun with, give us a little bit of guidance. I've spent so much time going through natal charts and comparing with my friends, and it's really good fun. I hope that was interesting for you. Thank you for listening. I'm Luna.